Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Here on my channel, I like to decorate for holidays. I love to clean for inspiration and motivation. I love to organize, and I also love to share some of my favorite meals. Today is about painting. I want to paint. My house doesn't need painting from wall to wall, from ceiling to floor. It just has a lot of scuff marks, and it has a lot of nicks when we were moving furniture upstairs, and it has a lot of scratches and things like that. So I went and got ivory paint, and I hope it's a good match. I'm just going to use a paintbrush, and I'm just going to go over all those spots where the paint really could just bring this townhouse up to another level and make it beautiful once again, because the walls will definitely ruin your decor. Even if your house is clean, if your walls are all jacked up, and what's a can of paint? $10, and then some elbow grease. But I got some spackle, so I'm gonna spackle the holes, not big holes, little hole like nicks. When you're bringing furniture up downstairs, you nick the wall and you get a little hole. So I'm gonna fill those in, and then I'm going to sand them, and then I'm just going to take a brush and I'm going to paint, and I hope that the paint will match. And if it doesn't, I'm going to have to roll the whole wall. But I'm not going for the whole wall right now, because right now it's just some scratches. So let's start in my staircase, and then we'll go up. What I want to do is up this wall right here. So I think I pretty much have matched the paint. As you can see, all the paint, I just took a flat sheet and lined it on the ground here. You can see the paint because I've already done it. This here had holes, and I used the spackle. I put this on here, and I spackled a few holes, and then thank God it was a pretty good match, because I did not want to do this whole wall. I just wanted to do up here. We've moved furniture up and down, and there were holes and chips and stuff like that. So unfortunately I didn't film it, but I did all of this all the way up, and then I'm going to show you where I left off. I did all the way up here. This all looks pretty good here. Okay, so I did all that. Now over here, I didn't do anything. So I patched up a hole here. I patched up a hole there. And then now we're going to go up. So all this has to be painted. As you can see, it just doesn't look good. So up here, this is a part. All of this was patched. So let me turn this other light on here. This wall here. This is the wall that I want to do next. See, this is a discoloration of the paint. So I want to do all of this. I've already patched the hole. There was a hole there. So now I just want to paint this side, and I want to paint right here. So we'll do that. And then over here, this is from my dog. So we're going to paint this door white and the trim white. And then over here, this is the last part, my daughter's door. We're going to paint her door. Her door needs painting. But I need a roll. I don't know. Maybe I don't need a roller. I'm not sure. So we're going to do that as well. So right now, let's just go back to the foyer area. And let me see. And we're going to, I already did this wall off camera, so now I'm going to do this whole wall here and those two sections there. So we'll go from there. So what I want to do is, I'm not going to roll it. I'm going to try to do this without a roller first. I'm just going to use the can of paint and paint over where I filled the hole. And hopefully this will be good enough. part here is a really bad stubborn part. Let's see if we can do this without getting paint everywhere. I tell you, if you can get yourself some paint, it will bring your house, it will kick your house up to a whole nother level. Especially if you have children and you have damage to your walls. Just go and match your paint and get another, and just paint, and it's like a refresh. It's a wall refresh. It's just absolutely such an easy, inexpensive way. I should see right there, can do some putty. I need some putty. I'll do that. All the way down here. See how that covers all that up, right like that? Alright. Voila. It doesn't get any better than this. Because that's been bothering me. This, even though my girls are gone, this is damage that was done many years ago. So now, okay, here's another one. Here's another little hole. I need to putty there, I need to putty there, and I need to putty right there. I just took that off. Mason, could you stop barking? Please? Alright. A little lighter over here. Okay. A little lighter over here. I think I need another coat. But anyway, I'm gonna speed up the camera and let's kick this out faster. Okay, that looks pretty good, this part there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do all the white down here. We're going to do the white over there. This is from my dog. All that is from my dog. So let's do that right now. All right, let's get this down here. What? I've got my pillow. For those of you who know, you know if you know.
You talking to me?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I thought I was going to be able to do this without something down there, but I need to get something to put so I can go closer, to the carpet. You see me, I'm not even wearing a smock. I'm not putting a drop cloth down. I'm just trying to be careful, but I want to get close, so I need to get I'm going to get a piece of cardboard. Yes, I am. Okay, so I've got an envelope, so we're going to use that. That should do pretty good. So let's try this. We're still going to be careful because I don't want a drop cloth, so we're going to go, yep, see, this enables me to get close to the bottom. for this to dry right here. What I want to see is over here. See that down there? That, I think, is my dog. I'm almost sure it's gotta be. So I'm gonna try to wash this with wipies. All right, so let's try to figure out. The TV in the other room is on. My husband's watching the game, so I want him to continue to watch it if we don't mind the noise. But I'm using these. These smell pretty good. I smelled them this way. They smell pretty good. They're new, so I'm going to try once I use them. How do they smell on the wall? I'm not sure if it's going to smell as good, but anyway, pretty cool, right? Clorox. Yeah, disinfectant wipes. Why not? Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Let's do this area right here. If it doesn't come clean, I'm going to paint it. But I think it's just my dog. There's still some stubborn areas, but some of it comes off. Is that my dog there? It's really strange how it's kind of worn. There are some spots that are worn, and then some of it's just dirt and some of it's not. Alright, let's see here. I don't know. Trying to get all the stubborn areas. Okay. All right, so I'm going to touch it up a little bit, but I don't have to touch it up much. A lot of pivots, a lot of spots I got to touch up, and I'll do that. Let's get this. I don't think I have to touch up this white at all. I do have to do right here and right there. Okay, there's some spots there, but it's a lot better. Okay. So I'm gonna go on the other side while this is drying over here. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, they smell pretty good. They smell pretty good. They've got lots of soap on it. My wall is in trouble here. All this needs to be done because all this is not coming clean. I thought it was all my dog, but it was mostly my dog. So let's paint these. Let's paint this while that's drying over there.
Were you worried about having not played football for as long as you have? That you can be fast, you can buzz around, but there's a physical
Okay, so the trim is looked really good, and now I have to get the ivory paint back out and just touch up on these two walls. But over here, I want to do my daughter's. This should be just a quick paint. Okay, all the way down. Not so much over here. This is okay. It's just this. It's just this wood right here. So let's do that. I'm gonna try to hold the camera. That way you can see it close up, and you'll see just how. It's been. We're talking. It's been 40 years. 40 years since this has been painted. So it's time. And I'm just going to do a little bit at a time. I do not want to paint my entire house. I don't want to hire somebody. I'm just going to do a little at a time. Okay, so that's, see how beautiful that is? It took me 30 seconds. So let's get some more paint on our brush. And let's go down here. Yeah, I just want to knock it out myself. $10 can of paint, paintbrush, no complications like, but then again, I was going to say like drop cloths, but then again, I am a neat painter, so if you're not a neat painter, I would use a drop cloth, definitely. Okay. And as soon as I get my walls the way I like it, I'm going to get my, I have a guy who comes in. He comes in every 6 months and shampoos my carpet. Because the carpet is 40 years old as well. So it may not look new, but at least I know it's clean when I have the carpet guy come in. I have him come in every 6 months because I have a dog and because the carpet doesn't look new. But as soon as these walls are like the way I like them, I'm calling him in. I am literally kicking this out in probably, I would actually say 5 minutes, but I'm sure it's 10. Literally. I may have to do another coat, I'm not sure. We'll see. And then we'll do the bottom. And then we'll leave this so that it will dry. And then, once it dries, we'll know what we have. It's a nice Saturday afternoon. My husband's watching the football, as you can hear. He's all snug in there with his feet up. And I'm doing what I love to do. And then, when I want the paint to dry, I just go in there with him, rest a little bit. No pressure. All right, how am I going to get in there? This little crack there. That's going to be interesting. Let's see if I can get in there. She did it. She did it. I got in there. Okay. Get down here. Because my daughter's door needs to be done as well. So we're going to do that. But there's just so many areas that need painting. So I'm just going to hit a little time and take my time. And I just can't do videos on painting. Because this is like watching it dry, which is not very interesting after a while. But that's all I have is that. All right, let's go to the next spot. But before I do, voila. How's that? 5 minutes. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to plug up some of these holes with a Dry Dex spackle. And all you have to do is take a little bit, put it like this. See that? That's a hole. Put that in there in the hole. Pack it in. And then scrape it like that, and it should. Now, if it doesn't, do it again. Just keep doing that until it's smooth. So I gotta do it again. Pack it in real good. not getting real good. Look, I'll do it again. Now the professionals will hit it, scrape it once, and they're done. It could be my putty's old too, I don't know, but you got the idea. There we go. It's still got a little hole going on. Just keep doing it. There we go. All right, so that's there, and then right over here was some more. Then I want to do that right there. See, that landed the first time. There's one right there. That one did it the first time. Here's some holes right here. Okay. That's good. There's one. Oop. Totally missed it. Right. It's over here. Right there. That's my dog. Right there. There's one right here. There we go. All right. Over here. Let's get one right here. There's a hole right there. There we go. Nice. So just do it until it's smooth. Okay, here's one. These are from over the years moving furniture, I guess. Okay. So, while that dries, we're gonna paint. And I think I'm gonna go back to the ivory real quick, do some ivory, and then finish like the white paint. Okay, here's my paint. Hello. I want to use a wipey on that, make sure to get all the excess, my favorite. Make sure I get all the excess powdery stuff that's around the hole, get that off, get that, and then hit the top real quick. Okay, just get the excess off that's around it, the hole. And then go over the hole real quick. Over here, you see all that's powder here, and the hole is right there. So you want to get all that powder off. And then go over it real quick. Same down here. Get all the excess off. And then go over the whole thing real quick. Like that. Okay. There's one right here. There we go. Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's paint. Let's speed up the camera and let's knock this out. Here's the finished product. Here we go, going up the stairs. Now we're not looking at the carpet, we're looking at the walls. My poor carpet. Okay, so up here, this came out really good. It was all in this area right here. This was all chipped and everything, and the paint matched up beautifully. All up here did good. Going up the stairs. This whole wall came out really good. Going all the way up to the top of the stairs. And then if you remember here, this was pretty bad. This area right here, that came out good. Over there, the dog tore up the door. That came out really good. Across here, we did this. See how good that came out? And around the corner, this whole part came out good too. Then across in front of my daughter's door, we did that. That came out good. So we still have a lot to go, but this is it for today as far as paint goes. So now what we're gonna do is that door next, and then we have to do this whole section here. The white looks good, but in there it doesn't look good. And then off camera, unfortunately, I just got going last night. I did this whole wall here. It was really bad. And in her room, this other room here, I did all of that. This whole room, I did all over here. I did so much off camera. I'm so sorry, but I just got to going, and I kept going. So this room here, I don't know if I've ever done. I've never shown this room on camera. This is my other daughter's room, and got 2 pillows there. But this, for the most part, the walls are good. I'm looking now. Yeah, the walls are pretty good there. But, so, we will do another paint. We will do some more painting. And maybe 3 videos from now, we'll do some painting. But right now, I'm painted out, girls and guys. I'm done. I'm done. But before I go on this video, I want to give a food haul. So here's my food haul. So let's start down here. I got some blueberries. My husband likes to eat, I think, 10 blueberries every day. Very healthy for you. And this concoction here, the broccoli, the carrots, and the cauliflower, excellent. Put a little chicken broth, put it in a pot. Excellent vegetable combination. And here's my favorite, which is asparagus. If you take the whole asparagus from here to here, cut this much off, maybe 2.5 inches from the end. This part here it's like the wooded, they call it the wooded part of it. And you cut this here, and this you save for soups, and then you cut this in half or eat it whole, and this is what you saute. So I bought 2 packages of asparagus. My romaine lettuce for dinner at night when I make a salad, I take 1 spear and I cut the end off, and I make a great salad. And I have a red onion goes in my salad. My husband loves his bananas. And when I make my husband his tacos, he loves the Mission flour tortillas, which is good. This is his favorite bread. This is my snack. I love the chocolate rice cakes. They're diet friendly for you. And my favorite fruit, I just buy a little container and I just get a little bit at a time. I think this will last me 4 times. Just put it in a nice little bowl, and if you want to cut up some blueberries and some apples in it, and it's just delicious. My husband wanted a couple of bagels. Here's my favorite vegetable in a can. The only thing I eat in a can, actually, and that is my whole beets. I just can't figure out how to make fresh beets without making a mess, so I'm forced to go by the can. And my snack, I love the sourdough pretzels. I eat 1 to 2 apples every day, and I love the Honeycrisp apples, the best. So I got 2 bags of that. Now I didn't need coffee, but coffee was on sale. Normally it's $9.99. I usually wait till it's $5.99, and I get like 6 of them. But for some reason it was $2 discount, which is $7.99, so I only bought 2. And I just put those in the garage until we need them. And we have to have cheese for the tacos, and it was buy 1, get 1 free. And if this is too much cheese, you just put 1 in the freezer is all. My favorite half and half. I already have one in the refrigerator, so I just bought one. That was it. And I want to roast a whole chicken for dinner one night. This non-fat, plain Greek yogurt, very healthy for you. This is the base of my salad dressing that I have every night. What I do is I put the yogurt, I use mustard, honey, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. And you can have as much as you want because it's yogurt. So you want to have the size of a tub of yogurt, and it's great. No salad dressing. Absolutely not. So I have to get 2 because I think sometimes my husband likes to have it with a little honey. I'm not sure if he stops doing that now. Here's the chicken breast that I buy. If you notice, it's the large one. So what I do is I cut this in half and put this half in the freezer, and then I put this in the fridge and cook it. And then each breast I cut in half as well. So this 3 turns into 6. And I like to cook 6 at a time and eat 1 per meal. And $14.23. Now, chicken breast is expensive, but that's actually not bad when you buy it in bulk like this, because I eat chicken breast every day. And then I have the ground turkey, which I make turkey patties. So what I do is I put this whole thing in a pan and in a bowl, and I use Italian breadcrumbs, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and basil, and mix it all up, form little patties, cook them all up, and make 7 patties, and then I eat 1 patty on my salad every night along with chicken breast. Delicious. And all this hamburger here is for my husband, because my husband loves cheeseburgers or he loves tacos, and that's what we're going to have the next few days. And that is my food haul, guys. Over $100. Absolutely ridiculous, but we have to eat.